Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEO0220 representing JVS. Had the pleasure of being able to check out Alita the Battle Angel for the fan screening tonight. It is releasing out, I think, February the 14th. You gotta see this film. One of the things that intrigued me the most is about a few years back, I did finally look at Alita the Battle Angel, the OVA anime, and I rewatched a little bit of it today because I was looking at the first trailer for this film and I was like so intrigued. I was like, James Cameron attached to this? And then I'll talk about a little bit about the backstory of that. But I was like, this looks exactly like what I saw, like frame for frame, scene for scene, fight scene for fight scene. And suffice to say, like looking at the film, it is just that and so much more. By the end of the film, my gripe was that I was like, I want more. I want to see where Alita goes. I want to see Rosa Salazar embrace even more of this world and what is capable as far as her character and for the dynamics of everybody involved with this. They had an all-star lineup in terms of the cast. They had Mahershala Ali, they had Christoph Waltz, they had Jennifer Garner, Ed Skirkin, Jackie Earle Haley, and so many others that I don't even want to name them here, but it's some secrets, man. There's some secret casting that I was really surprised by, but I was very impressed by. Robert Rodriguez, who directed Sin City, is directing this, but James Cameron is the person that's producing this. From what I understand, for the past 19 or 15 years, James Cameron wanted to make this based off the manga. There's a five volume arc. I think they did recently come up with like a prequel book as well, but he's been wanting to make this. He just didn't have the technology, supposedly, and I'm surprised he didn't direct this himself because I can feel so much of his embrace when it comes to the stylistic immersion when it comes to Alita and her design, because she is technically a CG character, but they're using photo imagery software and imagery technology. He's been working with these documentaries to make her work to life with a film that they actually shot in 3D, and the 3D is great. We were able to see this in IMAX, Dolby Digital, and it was so good. Like, it looked great, it was sharp, and like when you actually watch Alita move with every single thing about like her fingers, her eye movements, like you feel Rosa's performance through it. And I think that's one of the biggest strong suits about this film, is that you can feel her performance throughout. Most of the nuance is that she is a character that is broken. Like, she legit doesn't know what's happening. She has a dark past, and like you can feel like she's kind of fish out of water. Like, it's some of the smallest gestures and nudges when it comes to her interacting with Christoph Waltz or with her friend Hugo. It's so innocent and pure, but yet there's a darkness there. There's a war-ridden like feeling that you can feel over her character. So, and I think that that is all thanks to Rosa. I think that they have perfected this art style when it comes to motion capture that Andy Serkis started, and I think James Cameron just is adding to another envelope, because now I'm like, man, I can't wait for Avatar 2, I can't wait for Avatar 3, because of the technology in this film is so good. Like, the fight scenes, oh my gosh, if you know anything about any of the mangas or you've seen any of the OVA, like, it doesn't even matter, because you are really going to be like engaged in the action. There's this one competition game that I don't want to talk about. It happens towards the middle. Actually, no, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Throughout the whole entire film, the action scenes and the things that are happening are eye-catching and are so beautiful, so energetic, so entertaining that I was like, this is epic. Just on that alone. But one of the things I didn't know would work is the fact that the OVA, when I watched it, it's kind of just like, it felt really stale, and it felt really kind of like emotional, but it seems at times like I didn't really resonate with it. And I think that the thing that they were able to do with this one is they made me care. They made me care about certain characters like Jennifer Garner's character, who plays the role of Chirin. Christoph Waltz's character, who embraces the role of the Dr. Ito, like, makes him really her surrogate father, even more so than what the OVA manga that I actually, or the OVA anime that I actually did see. Even when it came to Rosa and her backstory, which I haven't read any of the mangas, so I don't know anything about anything besides what the OVA said. And so I was like, man, this is so engaging, man, this is so thrilling, and I want to see where they're going to do more with this. Not just that, I think that the young man that plays the role of Hugo, I forget what his name is, hopefully I can find him, his name is Ken Johnson. Hugo is a really good character as opposed to how he is in that OVA that I actually watched. And I know I'm going back and forth with comparison, but the reason why I bring up all these certain things is because we have not had a really good anime to film adaptation like this. Like, to be quite honest with you, like, this is what Sin City was when it comes to comic book film to like just straight up film. Like, this is what anime to translated film is from an adaptation. This is probably the best. This is probably the best. I think they tried with Ghost in the Shell. They tried so many others, but this does not fail. This feels like the world of an anime environment. The extravagant CGI and the science fiction and just the heart behind all of it, it really feels it's a nuanced feeling to it, in other words. And I think that a lot of people are maybe, I mean, I don't know if they're going to be intrigued about this just based on the visuals or not, whether or not that's going to make people go to see this, but I'm telling you that you're going to have a really fun time watching this. I've seen some reviews. One of the first reviews I saw earlier today gave it like an 8 out of 10 and they really enjoyed it. I'm not going to give anything lower than an 8.5 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed this film. I actually would love to take my wife to go and see this. I think this would be something really fun and engaging to watch with other people. Very exciting, at the same exact time very heartfelt, especially towards the third act, certain things that do happen. They do play off of certain things that I did see in the OVA, but it goes even deeper than that. And not just that, like the cameos towards the end, make sure you pay close attention, because I was like, yo, I gotta see more. I need to see more. That's my real gripe about this film, is that like so many things that are just like, ooh, and I'm like, I need to see where this is going. I need to see what's going to happen next. I need to know more about this character, because you set up the perfect platform for a great trilogy, or a great franchise, as it were. So credits to Robert Rodriguez, credits to Rosa Salazar. You are the gem of this. You're definitely the heart of this. Mahershala does a great job as the villain, but at the same time, there's other things that are happening with his character. Jennifer Garner does a great performance as well. And just again, the CGI is its own character, because you got somebody like his name, Ed Serkin, I think that's his name. Yeah, Ed Serkin, who plays the role of Francis in Deadpool, who plays this interesting character in this one. It's just like, just looking at him and the details and the imagery and just like the effects, I'm just like, yo, this is insane. So it's a great ride. Hopefully you go and check it out. Hopefully you guys do subscribe, and please like this, please share this, because I want other people to know that this is a movie worth watching, and definitely, hopefully, we get this to have a sequel. Okay? Keep it locked, JVS, we ain't gonna stop, and make sure you go and check out our eventual interviews that we're gonna be posting out. We were able to interview a whole bulk of the cast at New York Comic Con. I'll talk about that a little bit later on, but go and definitely check out. It's part of the reason I want you guys to subscribe and click the bell button when you can. Alright? Peace, guys.
Call him Mr. Wonderful, cause he is that deal. The night is darkest just before the dawn, and the dawn is coming quick and crack is coming with T-Nick. Yeah.